Other games let you wield a lightsaber with the button press, but Kinect Star Wars is banking its success on enticing fans with what they've always wanted, to swing it themselves. It strives to provide the most immersive Star Wars video game experience to date, letting you get in duels, use the Force, pilot vehicles, and jump into other minigames that capitalize on the license. And if you're an adult, there's occasional fun to be had when it works. Control issues often hamper even the best moments, making Kinect Star Wars regularly go from being immersive to monumentally frustrating. Add to this the general lack of polish, and you have what amounts to a decent Star Wars themed distraction for children, but something the rest of us should probably pass on.
How curious.
Destroy them!
Oh my! They're hurting us!
The Star Wars universe is rich with recognizable settings, and Kinect Star Wars makes good use of the Lucas brand. You're working with C-3PO and R2-D2 to go through the recently recovered Jedi archives. Jumping into the archives brings up a menu where you can select from the game's main campaign, which recounts the story of a Jedi Master and her Padawans. Or you can jump right off into the other modes like Rancor Rampage, Duels of Fate, Pod Racing, or the bizarrely included Galactic Dance-Off. The story itself is fine for a Star Wars yarn, but sloppy visuals and lackluster voice acting prevent it from shining. Some parts of it look pretty enough, but the frame rate drops randomly, textures pop in, and characters have animation issues. Story is important to Star Wars, but really, what fans want is action. The campaign mode gives you force powers and a lightsaber, but doesn't always make using them very much fun. I'm okay with failing because I screwed up, but it's maddening to move your body correctly only to have your character fail to react. Also problematic is the way the game constantly breaks up the action. You often fight only for a few seconds, and then it takes control away from you. In fact, it does this so often that it was hard to tell sometimes when I was supposed to start playing. It's just jarring. It makes it hard to immerse yourself. As a Star Wars fan, the biggest gripe I have with the campaign is that the Force is neutered. I would guess that less than 20% of the enemies can be moved with the Force. The rest simply stumble or move through it, making your Jedi Padawan feel like just another dude with a laser sword. The only time the Force serves any awesome purpose are canned moments where it's the only way to proceed. While using lightsabers in the Force might prove laborious, other actions in the game work well enough. The on-rail segments with the starfighters are fun, and give you a taste for the space battles we've all longed to be a part of.
Masterfully done, young Jedi.
Likewise, the pod racing minigame is surprisingly robust. The controls not only work well, but the story it tells, while obviously aimed at kids, is quite charming.
Pod racing not as dangerous as it looks!
As a fan, the other modes are largely forgettable. The lightsaber duels are painfully slow and dragged out, and also have input recognition issues. Controlling a Rancor is silly, and I could see this being a child's favorite mode, but to me, it's a bit cumbersome to move the monster around, and requires far too many replays of a level to unlock the next. Likewise, the dancing, with its liberal use of characters and locations, doesn't really appeal to me as a fan. Baffling settings aside though, it works well enough, and has ridiculously reworded versions of pop hits like this. Still, it's nice that all the modes outside of pod racing can be played two-player, since this will definitely be a game families will enjoy the most.
It'll be fine. Besides, everyone loves fireworks.
Making a Star Wars game that appeals to all ages is an immensely tough undertaking, and Kinect Star Wars only partially succeeds. While there are plenty of things kids will get a kick out of, adults will have a harder time finding much to enjoy. Occasional moments and modes like pod racing are fun for everyone, but the older, core gaming audience will likely have a hard time getting past the polish and control issues. Kinect Star Wars ultimately feels like a game parents should play with younger children. If, like me, you're an older superfan, I think it's safe to say the Force just isn't with this game. For more on Kinect Star Wars, go to IGN.com.